And welcome to a new campaign here on Dice Encounters, or should I say Willkommen?
No.
Because today we are playing the punching Nazi simulator, Eat the Reich.
In the Resistance, we say bienvenue.
Oui.
Hey, fuck you down in the southeast, you know?
I love that was so not convincing. Cockney accent.
My Cockney accent's
and you're
terrible.
from London.
I'm from the southeast of London, not the southeast in London.
Oh, it's London when it suits you and Kent when it doesn't.
Exactly. Well,
yeah, like you're northern when it suits you. What?
I rumbled.
Well, we have a full house. We have our returning Dragonbane players. We have Mikey, we have Milo, we have Alex. We have Lawrie of Blades fame returning. And we also have Josh of our Brinkwards one-shot fame. Because he loves vampires and he can't get enough.
The vampire.
He's an expert vampire role player. And or slayer.
And that's it. You can't do anything else.
That's it. That's all I've got going for myself.
We've hit the end of the road. So how are we feeling? Are we pumped to take down this little Austrian painter known as Adolf Hitler?
I'm actually
chilling in his Zeppelin.
I am very excited to kill Adolf Hitler.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
I just want to spread peace and love, guys.
I want to spread pieces of Nazis everywhere.
Yep, boy.
And love doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Well, in this game, you are
Pieces of love.
vampire
Pieces of
commandos being airdropped into Paris in 1943 with one mission, that is to remove Adolf Hitler's from the Third Reich and dismantling it. And maybe when you get home, taking out old Churchy as well. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. That's a stretch goal. All right, so let's get some music going, and I will introduce. Let's get to the sky.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The year is 1943. The location is somewhere in the airspace of Nazi-occupied France. We open on a black sky, stars faintly glimmering behind wafts of dark grey cloud. We see searchlight beams illuminating the sky in slow searching patterns. We hear the dull drone of propellers and see the silhouette of a World War II bomber plane between the clouds. The perspective changes, and we see the Eiffel Tower lit up and covered in swastikas. A massive zeppelin almost perched on its tip. The camera pulls back until we come through a thick, scratched glass, and we're inside the cockpit of the bomber plane. The pilots look forward through the thick cloud as the whole plane jolts and bounces in turbulence. We hear one of the pilots speak in a thick Brooklyn accent. "For fuck's sake, Limey, I nearly cracked my skull open on your antique piece of crap." The other pilot, holding the shuddering flight sticks, replies in clipped Queen's English. "How about you pipe down, Lieutenant O'Hara, and give me an ETA to the drop zone?" "Allow me to do that now, Captain." "Can't believe you Brits fly at night. I know it doesn't matter for our cargo back there, but how you bomb anywhere close to your target is anyone's guess." He clicks a switch, holding his headset close to his ear. Hey, come in, navigator. You reading me back there? We got an ETA on the drop zone, over." A crackle of static. Then comes the response. "Oh, yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear. We should be approaching in just a few minutes. Just a hop, skip, and a jump. When the Eiffel Tower is as high as your thumb, we'll be gravy." We see the lieutenant grimace in exasperation as the captain clicks on his own radio. "This is the captain. Prepare for drop in 60 seconds. Descending now to drop altitude." He clicks it off. "You better get to the bomb bay, O'Hara, yeah? Don't want our cargo waking up on us." We see O'Hara unclasp himself, make his way through the cramped fuselage, cursing as the plane begins to drop and he nearly loses his footing. Eventually he enters into the bomb bay and we see rows of empty bomb racks, all apart from one, 5 metal containers are stacked. The tactical drop coffins. O'Hara grabs a lever, hauls it down. A warning sound begins. The lights turn red. The bomb bay doors slowly open, revealing the grey, cloudy soup below. O'Hara grabs a remote from the bulkhead, doffs his cap to the coffins. Well, guys, I'd say Godspeed, but I guess he hates you too. Give him hell. He presses the button on his control. The coffins rattle and drop at the bottom of the plane. We see the 5 coffins drop like stones through the clouds, quickly reaching terminal velocity. They fall, and we start to see the city below. We see the Eiffel Tower. We see the River Seine meandering through the city. Still, the coffins fall until eventually slam. Dust, craters are created in the cobbled streets and back alleys of Paris. Maybe even a roof has completely caved in where one has landed. And now I will share with you the map, and you can tell me where you land.
It must not be very pleasant for them.
Down.
I mean, the nun's blood. The nun's blood's
There's a
fantastic.
delightful section in the book about how pleasant it is.
So if you look on the map, you were not able to land in Sector 1 and 2 because of Nazi sort of magical hooby-dooby interference. So you have to pick somewhere in Sector 3, which is the bottom right-hand corner.
Well, I like the idea that there's lots of... there were lots of flat guns in Paris, but like flat guns shooting them like air bursts up in the sky.
Yeah.
Forget to...
Do we feel like you're saying we kind of got a choice, or it's just picking by random?
You can pick.
It's in the handouts. There's a Paris map now appeared, and you can.
Yeah. No, I'm looking. I'm just more thinking how much steering we could do while falling. Whether it's more like, oh yes.
I think it's a quick decision.
We choose
we land at the hotel.
Is
Yeah,
it
let's
from
go
a
with that.
sector or any?
Sector
That's very
3.
tallest, right?
Sector 3. So the church, the hotel, the catacombs, the Magazine Martin, the Place, which is like a square, or the graveyard.
Yeah, I'll drop to the hotel because you feel like you get a bit of an advantage.
Hotel Etoile.
Let's do it.
Hotel Etoile.
Sure.
Hotel Etoile.
All right.
Probably
So you
full
all-
of Nazis. They love the hotel.
It's true. You come to your senses in the most unbelievable and unbearable pain. You feel your limbs twisted and broken, your body pulped into a fleshy mess. And then a click, and a hiss, and a slow gurgling noise. Glug, 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 glug. Your coffin fills with the most amazing scent you ever smelt, and a viscous liquid finds its way inside you. The nun's blood. You've regenerated before, but never as fast as this. Your body pulls itself back together in place into your whole again, and your eyes, now fully reattached, focus on the plaque machined into the roof of the coffin. It reads, "Good luck, Fang. F-A-N-G. Eat the Reich." With your supernatural strength returned, you remove the lid of your coffin and emerge into gunfire.
Yes.
And now I will go around and I will ask you how you emerge from your coffin in this hotel. And I should mention as well, you've landed straight into the lobby of the hotel, straight through the middle of the grand piano. One of the last grand pianos in Paris.
Oh, you made that audible. That's fantastic.
Clang!
They're like 5 different pianos, so we can kind of make like just clang, 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 clang. That'd be quite fun. Can we do that? Do a bit of like a musical
Of
interest?
the 6 pianos left in Paris,
They're all different, tuned differently as well for different.
5 of them in
Yes.
one hotel.
And
Yes.
the other one is in Hitler's room.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, Cosgrave, you've gone into the stand of brass instruments, so it's just like a...
Yeah. Very comical.
Yeah. So, I will ask you, where is the l'hotel? There it is. So I'm going to ask you how you emerge from your coffin, and what is your first actions as you come sort of almost face to face with these Nazi officers standing around the bar and sat on tables, suddenly looking in complete shock.
And they kind of knew, they know what this shit is. They're like, fuck, if these guys, let's get them. And they're just like,
I don't know.
no
But
worries.
I don't think these guys would know about vampire commandos.
Even better.
Surprise round.
So who wants to go first, or I pick somebody?
I can jump in. Yeah, Cosgrave. A bit of a smarmy dude. He's not too phased by it all. Just kind of slinks out, not too fussed by the vampire. Smile on his face. This is what he signed up for. This is the action. So I think, do you actually want us to take an action proper, or just actually do something like to get things started?
So tell me what you do, and you can take an action, yes, if you wish.
Actually, well, I think it's going to be, let's just go for it. Want to say just straight out the coffin, flips out a little bit of saunter, and gets as close to the nearest Nazi for a slash across the neck with his enormous knife.
And I should let you know the objective is make a suitable entrance.
Well, that's it.
Which is
he's almost gonna like dance across the floor a little bit, just a bit of a move, and bob and a weave, and a slash.
Nice. All right. So, create your dice pool, please, sir.
Okay, yes, it's gonna be a brawl, I assume.
I think so.
I think we're gonna. Well, I couldn't say never saw you coming because it's not really a sneak attack, is it? So you know what? It's me point blank. So I'm going to actually go for the sort of shotgun actually, because that's the way to go. It's a saunter really close as you can, sort of shotgun. So yeah, I'm going to use a tick on that. I'm going to use my. So this is new. So I pressed brawl. Was that added it to dice? Or do I roll that? How do I add more to it? This is all new.
Once you click the stats, you can just hit the roll button unless you've got an equipment that does it, and then
that's
above
it.
Where it says roll, you can add your equipment 1d6s.
Right. Yeah, I think I've done that. Okay, then I'm going to put sort of shotgun. Yeah.
I discovered this earlier. That's why there is already one roll there. Apologies.
Let's get rid of that. The non-canon roll.
Yeah. So press. So you press your action. You press roll, or you press action. How do you add? Where's the add? I'm missing an add.
So are you doing it from the sheet or from the actual main screen?
Alchemy. Yeah. Alchemy.
Yeah, but if you've opened your sheet, I don't know. I just know under the bottom left where you've got stats, you can click which stat you've selected. And then in the middle of the screen, there'll be the roll button, unless above that comes the 1d6, which you can click however many times for however many additional dice.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's it. Great. So brawl. I see. Yeah. So we're doing that. The additional dice. So I'm going to say plus.
Are you brawling with the shotgun?
Good point. Yeah, that was what I had, but it's a weird one, isn't it? Because it gets a bit odd, doesn't it? The whole
Well, it's still
brawling
2 dice.
shooting.
You still got 2 dice in shoot, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was a good point. Well, okay, fine. Yeah, go shoot then. Yeah, fair shout. Let's do that. Shoot then. Yep. And then it's one for using it, but then the +2 for point blank, right? So it's technically 3. It's always 1 if you use it, and then you get the pluses, right?
So you don't get a bonus just for using it.
Okay.
You have to do the bonus thing in the brackets.
Bonus using it. Okay, cool.
And
right.
you
cool.
can
So
use your items as much as you want. If you use the bonus, you have to tick the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm doing 2 for shoot, adding 2 for sword or shotgun. Is that it?
Yeah.
So right, let's do it.
Just the one success there. So I have attack 2, so I roll 2 dice in return.
Mm-hmm.
So I get 1 attack on you, so you can still do damage to me, or you can use that to block my damage.
Well, yeah, I can say then, right, that I use that shotgun to kill the guy who's going to damage me, right? So that sounds right, doesn't it? So yeah, it's the defense is the guy who'd get the hit on me, gets his head blown off by the shotgun. So
nice.
But yeah, that was a defense roll.
And what do you say when you emerge? Any cool quip?
So on this crowd.
It's going to be so quippy. I can't wait.
All right. Who's next? Who's emerging next?
I can take Iryna next. The top of her drop coffin pings out, and you see the swooshing long white hair of an aristocrat emerge with remarkable sort of careless slowness, despite being in a war zone, and she sort of climbs out, looks around, She says, Paris did used to be a little nicer. Before leaping to a nearby balcony. Deftly unslinging her exquisite hunting rifle. Taking aim at the Nazis. We're obviously all immediately going to use our equipment to the max, right?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Let's get this started. So we're going to take a shoot. We're going to take our bonus, and you just get the 1+, right? It's not. It's the one. Well, however many pluses.
Yep.
That's just to activate the equipment. So we'll take one of those. And fire.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
Although I do get 2 attacks back.
Why 2?
So I rolled 2 for
Oh, no,
success.
sorry. Two successes.
That's what
Sorry,
it rolled.
I thought you were going to roll twice, is what I meant. Sorry. Two successes. No, gotcha.
All right, so how are you allocating?
Okay, so two dice will go to defense as Iryna takes aim at some. She sees the Nazis moving to respond and takes aim at some glass bottles, firing at them. The shattering glass distracts them and temporarily blinds them. And in that kerfuffle, as they stagger around, she plinks the noggins off a pair of Nazis.
Plinks the noggins off a pair of Nazis. Perkins will be proud.
So I've been spending too much time with that Perkins. As she realises that she said plinks the noggins off in her internal monologue, scornfully.
Yeah, nice. Right, I've reduced one of the threats by 2. And I will remind you at this stage that until you complete the objective, most of these kind of common enemies will reinforce and keep coming. So you want to be balancing attacking and doing the objective.
Do you have a score for the objective? Is that something visible we see, like the whole visible on attack? Or what's the actual?
I've got a tracker. It's
and we don't know it. Oh, it's 6. Okay.
Yeah.
In general, though, that's a really good point because the entire game is clocks, right? The entire game is clocks. Yep. Do we see those clocks or not?
I've got them in my game trackers, so I can let you know if you need to unupdate. But one, there's 2 groups of Nazi officers. One has been reduced to threat level 2, and the other one's at threat level 4 still.
Okay. Nicole's drop coffin opens with slightly less drama, like it doesn't explode at. Maybe one of the clamps is broken or something, but it kind of like hisses open and then opens with a like ridiculously overdramatic creak. And she steps out looking downwards because already within the coffin she has pulled out the most ridiculously blood-soaked, useless, soggy pack of camels. And is currently trying to light one with 0 success because while the lighter's fine, the camels are soaked with blood. She's like, melt, and throws the cigarette to the side, and then looks up and goes, merveilleux! Pulls out a bottle from her side pouch, throws it up in the air with a spin, catches it again, lights it, and then looks up at the larger group of Nazis who've thrown over one of the lobby's larger tables to take cover behind, and goes, enjoyez! Throws the firebomb behind it.
Nice.
It goes boom! Boom shakalak.
Bloody hell.
This is a shoot.
Ooh.
And it is the special on fire. Well, not special, but the plus on firebomb is I love this system because the special abilities of different weapons are just completely like subjective, and you don't know what they mean. They're not like there's not like a list of keywords at the end, right? Like you just work out what they mean.
Yep.
And the special thing on firebombs is fire trap. I don't know as one word. I don't know what that means. I want to trap those Nazis behind the table by getting it on fire.
To me, that's like if something's like it's loads of like old wood, like a hotel bar, for example. That would be a fire trap because it's just waiting to be set on
Yes,
fire.
and there was lots of gunfire and explosions going on already as well when we arrived. So maybe there's already some small fires in the lobby.
And
Like
spirits.
it's a dry environment.
Yeah.
Anyway, an inferno erupt on that table, shall we say? Let's find out whether that happens. Or I
Not
guess
my
the extent
schnapps.
to which that happens.
Are you going for the damaged group or the healthy group?
The healthy group. Sorry, I should have clarified. I was suggesting that this larger group of Germans hiding behind the table was the healthy group because they were hiding behind the table.
Ah, got you. Yeah,
Why is this? Okay, so I'm clicking on firebombs, and then the button in the middle is an X, so I can't.
Well, I did it. Click on your stat until it lights up, and then you get the little D6 above the little tooth fang, and then just add that for as many extra dice as you want to
Okay.
it.
All right, so we don't do the. Yeah, okay, we don't do the.
Yeah.
We don't.
Can I just check that? I think you do. I think you do get a dice for using the item, and then you get the plus on top of that dice for using the item. It really seems like it.
Is how I read
Really
it.
seems like it in the rules.
Just using
Reference
any
me.
piece of equipment and doing a tick against it gives you a dice, and
Yeah.
then if
Yeah.
you've got plus
If you satisfied the things, you get the pluses on top of the use.
Give me a page reference.
Page 30. If you use a piece of equipment, spend one use of it, and you get a dice flat. Then you add bonus dice. If it fulfills it, you get the bonus ones and the pluses. So it does sound like you can use it just to try and use it and you get the extra dice, but if you fill the requirements, you get the pluses on top
That
of
makes
the
sense. Also,
end of page
what I-
30, top page 31 of the.
Yeah, that's good.
What I read was interesting is if you use the last item,
Yeah, I
the
love that.
last like durability, then you get 2 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
For just using it, but then the pluses go on top of the dice for using it.
It's all turn up to 11 start.
So you get 1 for shooting someone with a revolver that you have, and then you get another 1 for using the modifier, is what you're saying.
Yeah, or 2 if it's
Or the context.
if you fill it.
If you've
That's it, yeah.
harping a context for that modifier to apply to.
Yeah, that sounds like it's right.
Yeah, I think that's right. So that actually means that you do have to tick it every time you use it.
Yes, yeah. He said
Yeah,
you can use
yeah.
it. You can use it without taking it if you just kind of say, "Oh, I'm just using my knife." But if you don't get the +1 for it, you
Yeah.
don't get the bonus.
Okay.
But you don't use it. You don't use a use.
Let's go with that then. That sounds right.
So
Well, I'll let Alice roll. Permission to roll.
for the
an extra dice
avoidance
on
of
the-
doubt, I am using a tick against this, and I'm rolling
Right.
7 dice as a result.
Whoa,
Oh, we didn't do it.
that's 3.
I'll roll 4 more.
That's good. I mean, it's good though.
Got a 6 though.
This is nice.
Sounds like a first roll.
Pretty damn good roll.
Is that 4 for shoot then, and +2 on the 3
Yeah,
for
so
equipment?
4 for
That's
shoot,
boss.
plus 2 for fire trap, and plus 1
1
for
for using the bomb.
using a thing.
Sexy.
So I get
Okay.
two attacks back.
So, I'll probably for the slinky way in which I'm stepping out of the coffin and taking steps towards this little knot of Nazis. I will apply 2 of my successes to defense.
Okay.
Just kind of stepping, not even dodging, but like fluidly stepping around the traces of the bullets as if I have some precognition. And then we'll do the special on Sapper. Actually, no, there's no challenge level to this, is there?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it. I won't use that then. But what I will use is Scavenger. which is a special, are you roll a d6 and compare it to the numbers, and basically depending on the result, I get a use back of one of my weapons.
Ooh-wee.
Which might do nothing. Actually, I would. Yeah, on reflection, it has a 5 out of 6 chance of doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I might as well just have the extra dice. That. No, it's not the extra dice. It's I reduced the threat by an extra 1. If I remember correctly. So on a 6, you can either do a special, or you can.
So critical +2 damage, or +2 defense, or +2 blood, or activate special. Yeah. So
Ooh, that's too nice.
you've already done the 2 defense, so you can use it to get 2 blood or 2 damage.
What's a lower the objective, surely?
Yeah, or do hit the objective.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do the special to do 2 damage.
That lowers the threat of the...
Lowering the threat of that group from 4 to 2, and I have
Nice.
2 more successes to spend. I will use one of them to get a blood. So narratively, there's not really any way to do that because I'm not next to any Nazis. Maybe I grab one of the ones that just got killed by.
Yeah, you can eat the guy blue.
Look, one of the Nazis is blown clear out of the hotel
Into your
landing
hand.
near you.
Yes, and I grab him from midair
Yeah.
as he's flying past and go,
Yeah, I'm not.
bonjour. And then,
Yes.
Ça va bien?
and drain him completely.
Nice. So you had 5 successes. You got 2 on defense.
2 on defense.
The 6 was to
6 did 2 damage. 1
6
to
did
take
2
a blood,
damage.
and I've got one left over, which I will put on the objective.
Nice.
okay.
I mean, our objective is make an entrance,
I think it counts. Yeah.
throw the body aside, and go.
Yeah. You've done the Borderlands intro cutscene thing where it's like the camera's like
Flashing through
swung
that.
around you
I
and
just
pause
gone-
like mid grab with the firebomb going off. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
I rolled my extra die for the item I didn't roll, and it was a 1, so just a 10
Change the
for but there
elephant
we go.
playing in the background.
All right. So Astrid or Chirk?
Yeah, go on.
All right then, Chirk.
All right.
How do you emerge from your coffin?
So you see the coffin like wedged into the concrete pavement, whatever. I know it would be like a wooden flooring if it's a hotel. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, probably like a
And then-
fancy marble floor.
And then gunshots immediately, and you'll see like a trail of bullets pop through the coffin in the shape of a body. And then a kick. The coffin explodes outwards.
Nice.
Chuck stands out with his 2 revolvers by his hip, and he goes, "Let's get this rootin' tootin' shootout started, shall we, fellas?" And he picks the nearest group of Nazis and starts fucking laying off shots.
Nice. What I love about Chuck is that his hat, you can destroy your hat to not take an injury.
It's not gonna happen. Keeping my hat.
Oh, not this again.
It's like
Is destroyed.
You can't take my hat.
I cannot have another campaign with a character who is unreasonably attached to his hat.
Or helmet, either one.
Or
Yeah.
dog.
Poor dog. Hey,
gravy.
So what do we
It's all right. Yours is on your character sheet.
that's true.
We're just rolling the dice straight up then, yeah? Not the
What are you
best
doing
way of doing it.
You click on your skill you're using and then just add the bonus dice.
Well, that's +1 for using the revolver, and I get +2 if it's in a duel, but I don't think it's in a duel, is it really?
I don't
That's
think
cool if you do get it.
So yeah,
I feel
that's
that
a
so.
roll.
Germans love it. You must be able to get some Baron von
Well, I was
Wichthofen.
Oh, the final fight,
original-
dueling with Hitler.
My original idea was I was going to say that there is an officer type amongst the Nazis, and then I challenged him in particular.
Yeah, well, they're all officers
You know.
actually here. It's like
Well, there you go.
officers mess.
Well, if I could wreck
Mess
on
of
it.
officers.
Hey, you desperado-looking fella. Pistols at nod. It's not already dawn. I'll be dead.
Well,
Pistols
actually,
at midnight.
To be fair, I would say duel is also if it's just you like one-on-one with somebody.
Yeah,
Rather than
definitely, yeah.
fighting a group.
Yes, it doesn't have to be like back to back and 10 paces and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make that happen though if we want.
Oh yeah, sure.
But maybe not
That feels
at
like-
dawn.
That would be a +2, surely, if you could.
I think with the
get a proper-
firebomb going off, they're not going to want. Nobody's going to agree with the guns firing.
To a gentleman's duel.
Yeah, maybe
Okay, so-
one of the named characters, enemies.
Counting the jewel.
I think no duel today. I mean, in this location.
Okay. So that's three dice. Do you roll one?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I need to roll attack. So these each have 2 each, but because there's an extra threat, there's 2 of them. I add an extra attack.
Oh, and by the way, I've got a ability Corpse Eater. So after I roll my dice pool, before I discard any dice, I gain 1 blood if I rolled a 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
nice. Oh, that's
So I get
awesome.
my first blood.
Why did you get an extra dice? Was that what did you say? There's extra threat. What did that mean?
So their attack is 2.
Yep.
But then for every extra enemy, I gain an extra attack.
There are two separate enemies, and it's like a group attack thing.
Okay.
So if there's
Yeah.
three groups of enemies,
Their attacks.
it doesn't mean that you're only getting attacked by one of them. If you're engaged with all the groups, they're going to add 1 attack each to the hit back.
Actually, they're more threatening because they're kind of. There's 2 and 2 because they're kind of combined. They are a bigger threat together and individually.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you found a way to kind of separate them, you
Yeah.
can make them less threatening in a way. I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Or for example, if you know you're sniping from a rooftop or something.
Yeah.
You're only going to
You know-
engage one group. They're not. You
Right,
can't
because
say
he's
like,
close up. Yeah.
Yeah. You're all in the
What-
same room, so obviously everyone's fighting each other.
Yeah.
How many objective points do we have?
You got 1 so far, 1 out of 6.
Okay. In that case, let me kill 2 and do 1 objective. So I guess I'm blasting away with my revolvers. Maybe some of the shots coming out from the coffin hit one guy,
So you have
and
got
then
you have got a 6, so you can that counts as 2.
crit. Okay, that changes things. Okay, kill 3. Kill 3 Nazis
Okay.
and do 1 objective.
All right. So
So
one.
yeah, half those shots that came out the coffin originally, plus some of the splinters from the actual coffin itself, burst out, kill like 2 Nazis. I push out, fucking put 2 more into the skull of another, and then how do you? What was the make an entrance? What type of entrance we making? Just the initial like.
Do something with your shots, make it something crazy, like ricochet
Yeah.
off a chandelier, and the
Do
chandelier
stuff.
crashes and.
Yeah.
I mean, I say your entrance of shooting your own outline out of the metal coffin and then bursting through
pretty
it
cool.
somehow is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's-
So
it's
it's
an
just me.
entrance.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So 2 on the objective tracker, please.
2.
3
Nice.
dead Nazis.
All right, so you're halfway to the objective. 1 group is down. 1's got 1 threat left. But we'll roll for reinforcements at the end of the round. But we have Astrid, last but not least, having a kip in the coffin.
Well, Astrid's like a big person and isn't normally like the last one into a fight. She kind of like thrives on that. And so whilst all this action's been going on, with all the gunshots and explosions, probably no one really noticed, but on this coffin there's been a few bangs, and then this voice goes, "It is stuck." And then, whilst like people are dying around, instead all of a sudden there's this huge explosion as she punches
Yes.
the door.
Kill
and
Bill style.
Can I argue that in itself, with such force, like supernatural force, is like a spear launching the door as the spear at the group of Nazis that happened to be in a straight line from where her coffin landed?
Well, there's one guy left.
That's the guy I'd like this giant metal spear.
You're kebabbing him.
Yeah, I would like to kebab the final guy.
Nice.
Yeah, we can say that the door is a weapon, right? Like
I have
one-use
an
weapon.
Equipment of a great spear, and so that's
Yeah.
why I'm like arguing: is this technically a great big spear as it comes towards you?
I think, having read the book, I know there's a lot of things that you probably could argue that if I said that a coffin lid was like a spear. But I will say it's a one-use piece of equiment, if you like.
I'll take it for this one. I would like to, yes, launch the my coffin at this guy. So that's just the one.
Hell yeah.
Well, I got the one success, and I did commit to already pit spear in kebabbing this guy, so that is what my success is.
Well, unless he injures you, in which case...
Yeah, let's...
Still, I'll take the injury, and I'm still kebabbing this guy.
Well, fair enough.
Nice. So you do the one-hand punch, poof, and then it goes flying out, splats the guy against the flaming bar.
If I'm reducing, because if my success is to reduce the attack, reduce threat.
Yeah,
by
reduce the
killing
threat.
it, does that negate the one success first, or not?
Yeah, what's the order of operations?
Cool.
I think it's all simultaneous. So
Cool. So I still take the injury. I guess.
yeah. So as you appear, you take some damage somehow from these guys. A stray shot clips you. Maybe as the coffin lid completely smashes the bar to smithereens, a chunk of marble floor hits you across the face.
Back.
yeah. You accidentally got staked. You're dead.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. All right. So new round. I need to roll
Do I
for
need
the
to take an
reinforcements.
injury
Oh
Yeah,
yes, you
how'd
do
you
need
know?
to roll for an injury. Yes.
then? And then I mark that off on my sheet based on the
So
cap.
Which is different for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do all different injuries. Oh, you know, yes. It's
So
cool,
for
isn't it?
me, I take the first tier of the 1 or 2 category, which for me is spirits, cowed.
Yeah.
So I've been a little bit surprised as to have walked into this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've launched my coffin lid across the room and just kebabbed a Nazi, but at the same time, it's been like more disappointed as to that it's all over and that has deflated Astrid's spirit.
Yeah, you were hyped up to go and get in the
Yeah.
fight, and you spent like 10 seconds trying to get out.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So let me see what the. Let me check my notes to see what I need to do to do the reinforcements. So I roll 1d6, return attack to half the starting value. So I'll do 2, 4 and 4.
How many Nazis we got? Rushing into their doom.
So they're actually back to full.
What?
Oh.
Please it was half. Oh, but you got 2 halves.
I might just quickly reread that while you guys are taking your turns, because I might have written that wrong. But so your objective, so new round, objective is 3 out of 6. But the doors of the hotel fly open, and more Nazi patrols, police patrols, storm in with their pistols and their batons.
Can I, are we going to keep the same order, or are we going to reshuffle it, or?
You can go whatever. Well, technically, I have to pick.
Sorry, yeah.
But I'm happy for you guys to go ahead and jump in.
Well, I was going to say, do we have a chance to? Can I, if I maybe hear them coming, can I get to us? If they're coming in through a doorway, can I slink to the side and get ready to sneak attack with my enormous knife as they come through the reinforcements come through the door? Is there time to set up a sneaky little? Is it all kind of one flow, never-ending flow of Nazis?
So never-ending flow. I think there was a point where they burst through. So I if you wanna roll is it like a stealth roll, isn't there?
I'll sneak. Yeah, I want to sneak position and then use my enormous knife as a bonus for never saw you coming. So I want to kind of, as they come through the door, kind of go for a gut shot as one comes in.
Yeah,
so.
nice.
Right, I'll do it then. Great. I'll roll a sneak. So yeah, I've kind of hearing the footsteps coming down from the front gate, coming again, slink and slide over to the door, and stand up against the wall with a knife, an enormous knife, ready and raring for some ripping. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use another tick of my knife. Not another. First tick of the knife. Which gives me another +1, which is +2. So I'm going to have a dice pool of 5. Not too shabby. Here we go. Yeah, roll that, +2d6.
Okay, so I
Oh, it's gone too much. Just take the first 5. So that's 4. Why did it do that? 5? Why did it 3? Anyway.
It's quite a roll.
Quite a roll.
4, let's go 4.
Increase the threat's attack by 1. Okay, so basically the way that reinforcements work, I roll a 1d6 for the threat, which is like their health to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled 4 on both, so they've more than 4 on both, so they've come back to full health.
Yeah.
The attack is reduced to half, rounding down, which would mean 2 to 1.
Nice.
But because it's a new round, each threat goes up by 1. So they are essentially back to exactly where they started.
Yeah. Well, when does it ever not? So it never not happens though. They're always at 1, whether it's new reinforcements or their old troops or whatever. No worries. Well, roll your 2.
Roll me 2B.
Oh, well.
So how many successes did you get?
4.
4. Okay.
So let's go 2. So it's kind of, yeah. I mean, this is an enormous knife, so it goes through two Nazi chests. It's proper as they come in, just a chunk. Well, 2 necks, let's say. And then I'll use the other dice to drink the blood. So while the knife is in the throat, like, kind of pull him in, kebab on the knife, and nam. Have a nibble there to get a blood. Nice. And then to knock off the objective in that moment, I'll kind of like then just like spray the rest of the blood as they come in, kind of just shank the remains of the boys over the rest of them, and just kind of give them a little scream, bit of a come on in, rah! Give one of those.
Nice. Your punk, spider punk.
Oh wait, shit! There's 2. Wait, 3 of those are 6s. I just realised.
That's a lot of 6s, yeah.
I did not clock that.
Oh, you
okay,
count...
I've got a lot more to decide.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got 3 6s. Jeez.
Just double up on everything you just did. Just everything 1 becomes a 2.
Pretty much. Yeah, let's go for 2.
You can put them all towards the objective, and then you're out of here.
Yeah, it's even boring for everyone else, but well,
it made an entrance. That was our definition.
It's a good entrance.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, fuck it, fine. Well, yeah, well, God, that's a lot. Bloody hell, 6 as well. But I want the blood, so I'm gonna So if it's 3 objectives, it's gonna be I'm gonna take 2 defense to block it.
Yep.
2 blood.
Yep.
Let's take all the blood.
And 3 objectives. Well, no, because I've got to block it as well. So it's 2
blood.
2 blood, 2 defense, 3 objective.
All right. Well, you're out of there. You managed to follow Cosgrave as he slices a path through these reinforcements. Maybe you do a classic this group and just jump out the window.
Yeah.
Even though on the first floor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fine. We're vampires. We'll be fine.
Nice. All right, cool. So let's go back to the map de Paris. And
that was insane, right? I did not clock those 6s.
Yeah, they need to be like highlighted, don't they? Quite nicely.
Yeah. It really doesn't stand out.
They need to have
just before we move scene, can I be slightly cheeky and pinch one of those bloods so I can start building up to healing my injury? Because it does say blood can be freely shared, if I don't mind.
You want one of my bloods?
1, please, of those 2.
You do have to describe the way in which the blood is shared.
Yeah. How do you want it?
Like a mama bird feeding a baby bird.
I was like, just more like as the scene was ending, like as you're like feeding on one of them, take the same body and just feed.
Well, that's boring, isn't it?
You
can suck on my leg if you want.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll suck on a leg. I don't mind.
He's like chew on the leg.
As you're feeding on one, I'm
Yeah,
just
exactly,
on your
yeah, that's it,
ankle
yeah.
as it's coming down.
That's fine. Cosgrove's up for it. He's a wide boy. He's
Your
used to this kind of
kebab leg.
antics. Cool. No, yeah, 1+ That's all good, mate. Share alike.
Thank you.
Astrid, the idea Astrid just like tears a leg off the Nazi and like just like, chewing on it like a chicken leg.
There's a whole new meaning to blood pudding, mate. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Got down to cafe or something like that.
Jesus.
All right, nice. So the way this works with the map is that you are free now to move into Sector 2 if you wish. As far as I can tell, the only reason why you would go to a sideways location is because you want more stuff, basically, and it sounds interesting. So it's completely up to you. Or you want more blood, or
I thought the graveyard sounded interesting.
I was going to say, it feels like, we're an element there. We have just come in a bit.
Yeah. I gravitate towards the graveyard.
I'm up for it. Avoid the church.
apparently it's just a myth.
Don't risk it. I don't want to be myth taken.
Did you say myth taken?
Yes,
I did.
he did.
Oh dear.
I know Milo's left the room, but maybe because of the vibes of the game we're playing right now, I just think he's a Bond villain and is going to spin round at some point.
With a
white cap, but probably
lap.
like blood soaked.
Large brandy glass filled with a suspicious viscous red liquid.
With a vampire bat on his shoulder.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
sure,
I
I got
don't
that
know
covers.
your highly civilized glass of wine.
Oh, I should have brought some wine as well.
He's raising the bar to these Tuesday nights.
Not giving too much away, but does in your pack, Jim, do you have like a scenario of each location? Is that just the way of it? Like you could just go hit every single one if we were to really drag it out.
Yeah, you just get a description, what threats there are, what loot there is.
Cool.
So yeah.
Was there any loot in the hotel?
I don't believe so. I think Sector 3 is not very exciting, but I think in terms of things like I can tell you what the enemies have, like what weapons they're using, and if you wanted to pick those up.
Yeah.
But it's yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a SMG.
No, there was just pistols, batons, and handcuffs.
I'll take some cuffs. Cuff Mikey when he gets too rowdy.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because Astrid does have a thing about fetters, which are like handcuffs in a way. So I guess that would count for my kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did have to Google fetters at first, and then found they are for tying things up. The spirit fetters part has kind of thrown me on it, but
Yeah.
I add some spirit to coffin something,
Yeah.
especially animal.
Oh yeah, a chain or manacle used to restrain a prisoner, typically around the ankles.
So if we find some wolves, I'm just
Never heard
gonna
of
be
fetters before.
cuffing those ankles.
I'm not.
Hence the word unfettered.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I thought I was
So
doing
much
cheese.
sense.
There's my etymology for the day.
Want your salad fettered or unfettered?
All I can think of is feta cheese now, and I started off knowing what fetters meant, so I feel like I've lost more than I gained.
I think you're fettered
I want
to
to
the
pick up one
feta.
of the.
There we are. He was listening.
I wanted
he was
to pick up one of
listening.
Luger's.
I was listening during Fettergate.
Yeah.
But there's no. Just looking at you have to create an item for pistol. It's not on the list.
I was going to say I'd quite fancy Iryna stalking around. Saying, I know it's a little gauche, but a Luger would make a fine souvenir.
You what?
A Luger.
Oh, right, mate. Fancy talk. That's fancy talk.
You know who likes a Luger? Tommy Shelby.
Yeah. So can I take a Luger?
It said pistols.
That's a pistol.
Yep. Standard
Is there
issue.
a special for pistol in the loot section of the example loot?
Is it one of the modified ones with a drum mag as well?
No.
Where was
Not
that?
very many of them were
Looting.
mentioned.
There we go.
Well,
Pistol, plus for close quarters. Nice.
Noise.
Finding that is that
She's-
in the?
It's page 40.
Oh, I found it in the book. I'm not finding it on alchemy.
You know what? For some reason, like an old school person, just because I've got this the lovely PDF on the second screen, I've been tracking on that, but I should probably track in alchemy like a clever bottom player.
I'm not figuring out how to track uses on alchemy. If anyone could enlighten me.
I'm using the PDF. I like the PDF.
It's if you go to edit character, it's just like in
Yeah.
Right, that's the problem. I always did that. Yep, that's what I was in the actual individual thing.
I'll just add a custom item, and I will call it Souvenir Luga.
Souvenir.
But I believe was it they only start with they just have 3 uses, so it's automatically giving me 5. But I'll just tick 2.
Sorry, I'm being that guy. I just don't see uses anywhere. I'm in the item. I'm in my enormous knife. I'm not seeing where to change the number of uses.
You open your character sheet.
Yeah, I did that.
And scroll down, and there are a bunch of sticky boxes right next to them.
Of course, it's not in the equipment section. It's the bottom of your stats.
In the sort of obvious place in the character sheet where they would all be.
There's a section. There's equipment. That would be the obvious place the equipment is. Actually. Nah.
You made sure you got your right HP right, Marky?
Got 100.
You got 1 HP. All right, so you make your way from the hotel, and you find your way into a graveyard. Do you think you're purposefully making your way to this graveyard, or do you think you kind of stumble upon it on your route to?
I think we're magnetically drawn to it. You know what I mean? Not literally. Just kind of like we're out and
Yeah,
just something.
It is conveniently next door.
that's true. That's true. Well, maybe you run across the street, blanketed by night, and all seems quiet in the graveyard, but you do hear the sound of a single voice speaking in crisp German, and you come across a group of people wearing black, and you see a coffin draped in a big swastika flag, and you see Germans in like military officers' outfits standing there, and they're holding guns with the rifles ready to do a salute. And your objective for this location is ruin that funeral.
Done.
With pleasure, mate.
But what's the rating of this objective? Just so we know how ruined it needs to be.
This is another sixer.
In partial answer to your question, Josh, I think this might be the moment for me to mention that one of my pieces of equipment is dynamite. And immediately I'm thinking, can I sneak a stick of lit dynamite into that coffin?
I was thinking the same with a grenade, but
Coffins in enclosed space.
exactly.
Well, I'll say that they don't notice you as you approach, so you can act with stealth if you wish, if you get any bonuses for that.
I guess in that case,
I have my enormous
the
knife.
stealthy ones go for.
I went first last time, so please, someone else jump it.
Do you also have a Panzerfaust?
We could.
works.
Is it? Do the turns have to be consecutive, or can it be a bit of a combined at the same time? Certain things happen, so just because someone attacks, I could still use my knife later under a sneaky attack, or
I think we have to do things progressive with time.
Gotcha.
I think
No
each turn is
time.
yeah, you're attacking and getting hit back at the
Yeah,
same
of course.
time.
Yeah.
So who's going first? Sneaky boy, Mikey?
I went first last time. I couldn't possibly.
Could possibly.
I mean, if you're going to sneak, if you want to do something sneaky before we
It's
balls
just a
to the
nice,
wall,
just a bit of a stab again, though, isn't it? Not the most exciting thing. I'll give 5 seconds. If no one else jumps in, I'll do it.
I do have smoke grenades, so if we're starting off a distance away from the funeral, I could cover our advance with that because it's.
Yeah,
That's
I can
fine.
stab someone. I can stab someone in the smoke. That's perfect.
I'll open up if no one else wants to.
Do it.
All right. I step forward out of the well, it's all dark, I suppose, but into the light a bit more, so they're aware of my presence. I'm like, fellas, it's high noon.
It's
And then
night
I'm so
time.
confused.
Stop referencing noon.
I'm like Chuck's thing going to be just he's always talking about times. It's not, and everyone's just perpetually confused. Like, oh wait, shit! Oh no, it's still night. No, we're all good.
Aber das ist 21 Uhr.
He's watched so many cowboy movies and TV and grew up wanting to be that. That's all he knows.
You could have had like High Moon or anything, but no,
Nah,
we're
I like
sticking with
to be
Noon.
Noon. No, I'd have been Noon.
High noon. And then I like Red Dead Redemption style Deadeye, put the crosses on their heads, line them all up.
I imagine if you were a cowboy who became a vampire, you probably would have to change it to Moon instead of Noon. Because you couldn't do a duel at noon.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, so I believe these guys have a attack rating of 3.
How many are there?
Just the one.
Only group.
Just the one group. But these are infantry squad, so they have these are the guys with machine guns.
So they get 3 dice?
So they have 3 attack and they're 6 threat.
I'm calling it right now.
So if I block 2 of those, I don't take damage.
Correct.
But if I suck their blood, I get the blood, but they don't die.
Yes. Well, it's abstract, the numbers basically.
Yeah.
So
That's what I think of it. Like you could suck someone's blood and kill them, but it doesn't affect the rating because maybe that guy was just a bit shit anyway, and he wasn't really.
And can I use
Not
my
really contributing.
Yeah, exactly.
can I use my ability to attack?
He was holding
outside of
ideas.
Dice rolling.
your ability to attack outside of dice rolling.
Yeah, so let's say I use my 2 dice to block, and then I got an ability Acid Spit. Can I use that?
I think it still says you have to use.
Attack.
Yeah, is that a special as well?
It's an ability, but I guess ++ versus metal.
There's the whole thing about that I found a
So
bit
extra
interesting.
dice
The whole
versus metal. So I
there's
guess
the
it'd
whole
be-
like you can add bonus die if it makes sense while you're allocating dice. And I think that came down to there is room for that, isn't there? It does mention.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I use my 2 dice that have succeeded to block their 2 attacks, and that's me just like suppressing the fuck out of them with both revolvers. So maybe they hit the deck, get cover real quick, and I'm doing like a jumping to the side, blast, 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 blast. You know, like Hot Fuzz style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drawing fire.
Distraction cowboy.
Exactly. Distract them with a stupid phrase and then do some stupid shooting.
All right, someone go next while I'm trying to look up how abilities activate. Does anyone come across that?
That was the question I had, wasn't it? Was
Well,
I mean,
using the
look at
ability outside of your thing, though, if you've got like the ++, but you've got nothing to roll the dice against, there's no opposed roll in that, so I don't think you could use an ability outside of your thing.
Yeah, right.
I think you can, but only like thematically. So he could say, "Oh, I use spit acid to melt that lock on the door." It's just a bit kind of like not necessarily like.
You would
I've
still
also
roll
got
a
a
lot of
thing where
tribute, but yeah.
I've got a spider scurry where I can climb ceilings and walls.
Nice.
But
There are none of those here.
what stat would I use that with? You know.
Well, you kind of use that to get a bit.
Terrify?
But you'd use it in conjunction with your attack if you want to get it gives you +1. If you use it, you get +1 dice.
Oh yeah, because then I'd get a
So
little
you get +1 for using it, which is great. But then if you use it, and I assume it says something like if you do it,
Here's the thing: I don't think that characters have any attacks in this game. Like an attack is not a distinct action in this game.
Yeah.
In this game, you are trying to achieve a thing that has one of 2 outcomes. It can either be reducing the threat by killing stuff, or progressing the objective, which can also be by killing stuff, depending on the objective. And you achieve that by doing one of the skills. And doing a skill means describing actions you do that may include using weapons or other equipment. There's no such thing as an attack. So when it comes to your acid spit, like, use it to do any of these skills if it is narratively appropriate when it comes to shooting or submachine gun.
If I'm attacking a tank, let's say, like acid spit, like the crew, lookout bit, and then I can just get a direct hit on the guy, so I get extra dice.
And
or
that,
like
could be
climb
shoot.
the ceiling,
That could be shoot if you're trying to do it from far away. It could be brawl if you're doing it from close up. It could be terrify if your objective is to scare them, not kill them.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you.
Really like that.
Yeah, and terrify or even con can still reduce the threat rating by stopping the threat. It's not necessarily, we're not actually talking about killing individuals necessarily.
Yeah, you could scare them off, make them run away, and that would reduce the amount of them there. If that all makes sense.
Roger.
Yeah,
it really is quite alien to any role-playing game I've played before. I'm digging it.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's fresh.
well, it's definitely. I can see the Blade's DNA.
Yeah, definitely.
Very much. But just with it veers off, but there's a lot of it in there.
Yeah.
There are flashbacks in this as well, I saw.
Yeah, there is. Oh yeah, don't forget to do your once per session flashbacks as well. If you, or is it if you roll only 2 successes, isn't it?
More or less, yeah.
Could have my very first roll.
You get 2 extra dice using a flashback, right?
Yeah.
Your original roll.
I didn't see that in the
plus 2
rules.
dice. Yeah.
It is a little bit buried.
That's the comic dice mechanic.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of a ruling about getting blood. If narratively speaking, you're not near, like you haven't got into melee range with the enemy yet. Should we say that it's not possible to drink blood?
Totally.
Unless there's got something that happened, unless the sniper's on the roof and he just killed a few people that got close to him. Yeah, definitely. Let's make it make sense.
What about after the combat?
Yeah.
Like before we leave the area.
Well, I think with the reinforcements thing, it's like, yes, you can keep taking turns to farm the blood if you want to, but that's a bit against the ethos of the game, really.
There isn't really an after combat, or at least there isn't really an after whatever you're doing in this area.
Yeah. You just head off as soon as you've got the objective done. I see.
I think
you're
I think it's worth saying that like it would have to make sense, but it shouldn't be ruled out completely. But only if you can make it make reasonable sense.
Yeah.
I quite like the arm flying out from the explosion. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's a flat no, but you'll have to really make it make sense. Not just be like, well, I shoot this man from atop a building, and the blood spurts all the way up into my mouth.
I mean, if you roll 3 6s.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, blowing, like being in sort of quasi close range, throwing an explosive so that they fly in different directions, a bit more feasible. Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So Chuck is sort of Simon Pegg style, and then jumping behind a tombstone. Who's up next?
I think Iryna will take the quick opportunity as they look the wrong way, just to fire upon them with her exquisite rifle as they turn heads. She takes aim at the back of their heads in true heroic fashion, and just makes a regular shot.
Nice. And I will say that the other funeral goers scatter and run, whilst the armed ones fire back.
Kill them all. I'll kill the insolents and laugh about it.
To be fair, that you were talking about grenading the coffin.
That's true.
We're about to get to that still.
All right. So, well, you're lucky there, Iryna. They are distracted.
Oof.
I was about to use our first flashback, but I suppose. Well, you know what? Let's do it because it's actually quite a good opportunity.
I'm not really understanding it, so I'd love to get a sense of it.
So, I roll on the flashback table to define a question. Roll. All right. 6. Oh, sorry, and to get the context. So, you have a flashback, or choose one that appeals, and you describe a brief scene that happened on a past Fang mission. Other players can help. Record. So we'll do that, and then we'll roll a question as well, just because I think randomizing it will be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, double 6. Wasted that.
Right. So, remembering at this time a previous mission dropping into Brussels with our very own explosive expert, which is Nicole, right? Astrid remembers a time from then when she previously failed to take out the machine gunner, and Nicole simply would not let it go. That missed shot has haunted her for her days in this resistance battle, and she simply will not let Nicole see her fail like this again, because Nicole respects mostly her dead-eye sharpshooting skills and pushes herself to roll again.
Yeah. I see. So maybe because you're shooting with your rifle, maybe one of the other ones, like assassinating a general at the opera, would have been more fitting if you were going to be like picking one.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
So I quite like this idea. It's like you have one of those anime moments, basically, where they go, "No, not like this. Power up." So I'm going to add 2 dice to my pool and roll again.
10-minute tangent explaining the thing that happened 17 years ago that will never come up again.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be able to improve and nuance those as we go. A little bit.
I liked your one. I was taking this out of anime, not you.
No, but I did roll the extra dice. Well, I'm still on 1.
2 dice.
Right, let's put the extra 2 in that I missed.
Ouch.
Oh dear. Nicole didn't respect you at all, in fact.
I mean, that's some quality rolling.
It's bad. It's rough. That is rough.
Well, we will use that to blink a point off the objective.
Woo. Bye.
Yes.
Thanks for coming to my flashback, everyone.
How to do it? To just with a hole, just shoot through the coffin, so it just kind of makes a little.
I think that's it. There's they've got the kind of the coffin, and they're diving down, and although she fired and failed to hit her in what appeared to be her intended target of one of the soldiers, there was in fact a nice portrait of the officer being buried, and in fact the bullet straight through the center of the forehead of the fallen officer.
Yes.
And she mutters under her breath, "We'll see about that, Nicole."
Nice.
Watching this happen as she runs into the fight, Nicole just goes and just laughs to herself. Her predisposition towards her previous comrade, or her ongoing comrade, thoroughly reinforced. She unslings her.
It still counts.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, picture of a Nazi, a real one. Yeah, it's all good.
She unslings her battered US issue Thompson machine gun, submachine gun, which has the words "This machine kills fascists" in French carved into the side.
Which is
what it's designed to do.
in French.
And dashes between the gravestones on the opposite side from the way that Cosgrave approached. Do I mean Cosgrave? No, I mean Chuck. Sorry. And just strafes the remaining Nazis that are kind of turning around and coming out towards us with the submachine gun. Her intent is also, she's running quite close to them as she does this, for the first one, the closest one that she kills, to grab as he dies and then use him as a human shield with the submachine gun over the shoulder, spraying the others. And if I get the right dice, she go and drink his blood.
You're flanking, but you're coming close.
Right.
Yeah, I'm flanking to the side using the distraction of Chuck's assault on the other side. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I can get closer than one you would usually expect to do on a flanking maneuver because they are distracted.
Okay.
Let's let's see how that works. Cotton. It's gonna be still a shoot because I'm not actually going in for melee. I'm certainly not sneaking. And my objective is to kill them with my gun. So let's do that. So it is 4 + 1 + 1.
Ooh, spicy.
Here we go.
That's a lot of sixes again.
Yeah.
Oh, baby!
I got 2 successes, but yeah, that
Okay.
that's it.
All right, so we'll blow the couple of 4s on defense. So represented by me kind of like ducking and diving behind tombstones on my approach to this first Nazi. First 6, we're going to go for blood. So grabbing that first Nazi as the bullet goes through his throat, picking him up like this, getting the teeth in the back of the neck whilst the gun goes over the shoulder, and we continue kind of strafing along the side of the other guys. So I'm getting 2 blood for that.
Didn't we say we weren't engaging in close combat then?
Well, no, because I killed him with the gun. No?
Yeah, you ran around the side,
Yeah.
shot, and then moved towards them, grabbed the guy.
Cool.
This was my description, but I wanted to make sure that my key was...
With
No,
eight,
I just- I
with
like
8 successes, you've got you can do a lot in your turn.
Yeah, we got 2 blood for that. And we've got 2 more 6s to go. So I'm going to spend an X6 on the objective
Nice.
by having the first... After that happens and the gun goes over the shoulder, the first spray is, by skill and luck, goes straight into the Nazi cult of the sun god, or whatever it is, Führer cult priest that was doing the ceremony, like directly through his dog collar, so that the blood explodes out the back, but also out the front, and just kind of like creates this weird bib on his white surplice, and he kind of topples backwards into the grave.
Oh, nice.
He says, "Gott in Himmel."
Gott in Himmel! Which I think kind of ruins the funeral. If that happened at my funeral, I think my family would consider it pretty thoroughly ruined. So we'll take 2 objective points for that. And then the other one I think will just be extra damage. So we'll have the last part of that little spray.
Yeah.
Just knock out 2 more Nazis. Just
Nice.
and like ragdoll them back over the coffin.
Nice. All right, so Astrid and Cosgrave left. You've got 3 pips on the objective. You're halfway on the objective. The infantry are 4 out of 6 threat.
So there's still infantry around.
Yep.
I mean, can I don't want to like be cheesy and run straight up to the coffin this round if you'd rather wait, but ideally I do want to run up to the coffin and pay my respects with a grenade.
I can try and set you up if you want.
You go for it.
So I'm going to try and terrify using my ability Phantasmagoria and spend 1 blood to conjure nightmare illusions. And what I want to do...
Vampire voice.
Sorry, Phantasmagoria, mate. What I want to do is I want to try and get the bonus by incorporating the background in a clever way. So I want to get a bit dark on this. I want to kind of use the illusions to kind of conjure the graves and the gravestones and the kind of illusions to the people standing there to look like it's the graves of their family and their friends. So the graves kind of shift into looking like pictures of their loved ones are all dead and buried in the ground. Everyone they maybe haven't lost yet, but kind of convincing them they have been lost or will be lost, to really try and kind of scare the shit out of them, basically, and kind of make them kind of truly terrified.
Do it. Roll the dice.
Nice. Twirly hands. So I go for Terrify, and plus 2 die. Use a blood. Did that go 2? Wait a minute. I doesn't tell you how many d6 yet. What is it? Terrify. 1. Oh, there is it. Tiny letters. It's only a pool of 4, so it's not huge. So let's see what we get. Okay, that's it. Cool, 3.
3, 4, 1.
Oh, not bad. Great. 1 defense then.
Yep.
And then the 2 will be on the objective, like just trying to just scatter them. So at the moment, like they're in shambles.
Yep.
Is what I'm thinking. Creating a real opening for the dynamite to finish off the job, basically, because there's no one left in the coffin. Everyone's on their knees crying over their loved ones in the graves, and they're all pretty
That fits nicely because I think Cosgrave sees Astrid like preparing the bandolier.
Already
running and you're like scaring all the funeral goers like well away.
That's it, exactly. Here's your moment, mate. Make it count.
I mean, Astrid is going to take full advantage of that opportunity, dive through, and like as she's like basically jumping over the coffin, punch a hole in it with the grenade, and glide over and roll to the other side.
Grenade fists.
Yeah.
Just punch at it and it explodes
how
in
well
the punch.
that goes. I'm assuming I can count that was an enclosed space and blow up some remaining Nazis with the shrapnel of a coffin.
Yeah, go on then.
Thank you.
He's been eager for it.
I like the way you think.
Oh wow, it's a lot. I should do it.
Fuck!
Oh jeez, it's like
I'm gonna take the last object. It's just one objective point left, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I'll
depends
take
how many
that
wounds
one.
you get there. Well, depends how many wounds you get though.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna commit to finishing the objective, but
Alright.
I might be taking some injury. Shit. I'm committing to the objective, but I'm taking another wound.
That's it. Well, it was risky, wasn't it?
It was.
Maybe your hand got stuck in the coffin where it blew up. Couldn't get away.
So I think if you take
Flip-flop ragdolled over.
it's if you take 3 damage at once, that's when you tick both, right?
Was it?
I think so.
And if you're 3 wounds, you're down.
Well, I'm using 1 success to reduce the deflect
Oh,
damage,
okay. So it's
and
just the one, yeah.
to get the objective.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just
and you-
the 1.
And when you take that blood, that just one blood just heals a wound. Is it just like for like? Is it?
No.
You do that?
3 blood to
3 blood
clear a
for
box.
1.
Oh, so you're still wounded on the initial one from the last round,
Yes,
but you kind of ticked one bit of it off. Cool.
I've ticked 1, so I'm gambling
I
on
need
these
to read
injuries.
the
and
injury
see,
section.
How far I can push this. So I roll again, and then I hope is the same section.
Uh-oh.
So until I heal up, I can't use specials.
What are your injuries per your character sheet?
So this is now my spirits are cast out.
Ooh, you can't trigger specials.
I can't trigger specials.
Ouch. And you've got quite a few.
I do.
You've got 3 specials.
So
I
you
was,
still need-
I was thinking Iryna needs to start getting some blood, but I think there's someone that's I need a lot more blood.
So you still need five blood to clear that. Is that what we're saying?
Realistically, I mean, the more important one's getting the specials back, so I really need 3 blood to...
Right.
Well, another 2 blood to clear up one
Yeah.
of
I
those
need to read the
boxes.
injury section.
And
Well,
then I'll need another 3 for the next one
Yeah.
shot, but...
Well, the grenade did its job. Blew this casket to pieces. Bits of burning kind of swastika flag flies around the graveyard, and you emerge out the other side with all of the guests scattering in terror. Where would you like to go next? We might be able to try and squeeze in another location.
Oh, let's go find some blood.
No loot at the funeral.
Yeah.
They didn't bring their crates full of rockets.
If I think our bombastic friend wants some fine blood to heal those injuries, I might suggest we could find some excellent blood at the church.
Not a bloody church, mate. I don't do churches, so don't trust them.
I'll cover you, but I'm not going inside.
Would they have
Yeah,
holy
I'll-
blood in church?
Oh,
They
that
might
nun's
consider
blood,
it.
that nun's blood was pretty delish, wasn't it?
This is what I'm thinking.
Well, look, we'll have a peek, we'll have a peeky peek, and if there's some nuns in there, we'll go in, yeah?
Or priest, I
I'm
don't
s-
mind. Or
I
monk.
don't know if there will be any submachine gun-toting nunties in there, but we can probably go and find some of the crowds who
Sugar.
consider themselves a
My
little
flashback
extra
to
devout.
gun-toting nuns in my
Yeah.
background.
All right, to the church.
You want to head to Saint-Medard Church?
Yeah, let me just Google try to think what Medard means.
All right, so it says Paris is lousy with churches. This is one of the more impressive examples of the form, with well-maintained stained glass windows, oak pews, and a grand central altarpiece. It is empty when you arrive, but soon infantry squads on your tail close in around the entrance, as well as a sniper team set up in an adjacent building.
So we kind of like rock up, fit a bit apprehensive about the church, but actually end up having to basically dive in and take cover pretty much.
Yeah, you're hemmed in.
Oh shit. And is there any effect? Is there like, we're seeing crosses and all that shit? Do we kind of go in covering our faces, but when anything actually happens? Is there any kind of actual?
No, you're all good. It's just a myth.
All right.
If I might take a first turn on this one.
Do it.
Strutting into the church, but catching a little echo of the shouting, crowdy voices on the way. Iryna conceals some explosives at the entrance to the church, and awaits from a position. I think actually she's not going to shoot for once. She's jealous of all the close-up combat, so she tucks herself behind a big stone pillar and draws her magic cavalry saber and prepares to charge the enemies once they are caught in her trap. And that should be some dice for me this time.
Like a sneak.
So the objective is punch a hole in the attacking line and get out of there, and that's an 8er.
It's an 8er. So yeah, I hate that. You know what I mean? Well, this should be a good start. So let's roll some dice before we start describing extravagant actions. So we've only got a brawl of 2, but we get a +1 for charging with the magic cavalry saber, which we'll be doing as soon as the explosive runes are set off by the hapless Nazis, which is an extra 2. So let's do that. Still no 6s! Blast you all to hell!
Yeah, sorry.
At least it's good.
So,
Oh, actually, while I'm at it, I also have quite a great piece of equipment that I just like to use for fun, really. She sets up the runes, draws her saber, and then reaches into her pocket, stuffing a cigarette taken from the pockets of hanged men into her long cigarette holder, and puffs away elegantly while she waits for the trap to be sprung, noting that when the explosives go off, she does not drop the cigarette. And that gives me 2 blood back. Or 2 blood to begin with.
Jealous.
Very jealous.
I thought I was a cigarette character.
so you are. So where are you currently? Like within the area?
So there's like kind of got like the entrance, and then I presume like some nice big stone pillars sort of inside. So she's waiting just behind, so she's not caught by the explosion, but just so that she can charge in with her saber once the explosions go off.
Okay. All right, cool. So I think I don't think you'll be engaged by the sniper team because you're still inside, right?
I hope not.
So you're just attacking the infantry squad.
That's a later problem.
So the infantry squad are 3, but there are 2, so I add another one, so it's actually 4. Just a 1 success.
Well, that's good of you.
Can you crit?
No.
The enemies can't, though.
Alrighty, so we'll use 1 for defense as she charges in, parrying the clumsy swing of a submachine gun with her saber. Runs one through, pouncing upon him. with a somehow aristocratic hiss, sinking her teeth into his neck, taking her blood. And all of this additionally contributes 1 to our objective of breaking out.
In the spirit of true roleplay, I would really, really, really like to hear your aristocratic hiss.
Yes, please.
So you got
Thumbnail that.
4 successes. You're cancelling out 1, so 3. 1 for the objective is 2. What are the other 2 going? Is that on?
1 for kill, 1 for blood.
Okay.
Or 1 for threat, 1 for blood.
Okay, cool. So infantry down to 5.
Basically, 1 of each.
Yep. All right, cool.
Full house, if you will.
Who is next? So we'll
are
say
they coming through the entrance, like charging at the entrance at the moment, like towards the entrance.
I think they're kind of hovering around the entrance, trying to keep you hemmed in. So if you do go outside into melee range, I think that is when you'll be engaged by the sniper team.
Okay.
Who have an attack of 6.
They're a separate. Oh god, yeah, wow.
I mean, I'd like
do
to say
they?
Astrid would definitely like walk up towards the entrance, kind of, and try. I know they're trying to like pin us in, but Astrid would like come and get us, you Nazi fucks, and try and bait them into this trap inside.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to try it, like also like just shooting the machine gun, not like at them, just shooting around, not paying real attention. So
Suppressive fire.
Yeah, terrify them to coming to us.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm hoping that, one of them who comes in bravely, I can grab for some blood.
I mean, terrifying them to come closer seems a bit strange.
It's terrifying them into it's used terrify, but it's like ordering them into compliance.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
guess I'm like trying
Isn't that more
I'm
con?
baiting them.
Yeah, so they lose their nerve.
Jeering them.
That's more con, isn't it?
Con.
No, scare him into compliance. No, scare him into compliance. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, sorry. I'm looking at con
I guess
is
like making them
swaying.
feared for their lives and like.
Yeah,
Like
con is
dying.
swaying Nazis, the lies, flattery, charisma, terrify, scare them into compliance. So yeah.
These rolls.
Yeah.
Well, and I need to defend myself. Okay, thank God. Right.
Yeah. You can
One
also
on defense.
flashback as well if it's we're nearly the end of the session. So
I'll think about. Okay, I'll do that next time round. This one I will do 1 success for knocking that, reducing the attack, and 1 for as one of them bravely comes in. I'm gonna like grab the first one who is trying to stand up to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to feed on him for blood. Also, in turn, terrifying the remaining ones as I basically rip his neck open and start taking some of that blood I very desperately need.
Nice. All right. Who is
Can I ask you a
next?
few technical questions? So, the snipers, I mean, are they always engaged with us, or they'll only because you can't just fire at us willy nilly. They'll only attack technically if we attack them. If you know what I mean, like, or they're always part of the attack.
They'll attack. So I have to
If
use
you're out in
the
the open,
if they're engaged with you, I use
Yeah.
the highest attack enemy.
Right.
So if I'm saying if you're outside the church, so if you're in
Yeah.
melee range with the other squads, then you will
Yeah.
be engaged with by the sniper team.
and what was their they got 6 attack? What's their threat rate? What's their kind of health?
So their threat is only 3, but their challenge is 2, which means they basically have like an armor of 2, which represents, I guess, they're far away,
Right. So that
in cover.
that takes a blip. You have to get rid of that before you can get to their 3. So technically, got health of 5 then.
Well,
I
it's
was wondering
like
how.
you subtract 2 from every attack they take, so it could be.
Yeah, I was wondering how far I could
Lot.
push this. I was thinking of like, what if I could sneak out of the church and round where they are and lob some bottle ghosts up at them to kind of terrify them. But there's not a limit on like geographical movement in this game, so I'm thinking that it could be. It's a risky move because it puts me in direct conflict. If I can be able to get, it would be 6 dice. If I can, because my bottle ghost, they get +2 for pass through walls. This is where it gets weird. This is what I'm thinking. If they're held up, if I can chuck the bottle ghost inside, so the ghosts come through the wall to get at them. Is that what that
I
means?
think there's a lot of leeway.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to go through the wall, to go up the tower, I guess.
Yeah.
Up the building.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. It's a fun game, right? It's a lot of fun. Risky, but there we go. gonna roll a dice pool of 6. I better get 6 sixes. That's all I can say.
What? Imagine
Right.
12. What? 12 points.
Oh, baby.
Nope.
Oh, imagine 12. Wouldn't that be nice?
Would you like to flashback?
I would love to flashback.
Flashback at 1.
Jesus Christ! Right. For the sake of speed, I'm gonna apologise if I roleplay it terribly. We're gonna roll. You roll 2 dice to kind of blib and blob, right? Let's go.
Didn't you just do the amount you rolled with +2?
No, we've got to go through the. We got 6 and a 4. So that was.
So it was the same mission as.
It says it does say choose a different. It says choose a different thing if someone else has already answered it. I think.
I think
Like
for the context, it says it happens on the same mission.
Right. What was the different thing then?
The question is different.
Oh, sorry. The roll same. Yes. Sorry. So yeah, same mission. Of course. Yes, same mission. So while Iryna was messing up the shot, Cosgrave was there and it kind of helped Nicole make the explosion by distracting them with his ghosts, and Nicole taught him a few lessons, a few tricks about the best way to use ghosts to set up a distraction and a real sneak attack through that. And the most important lesson was really to play it cool, take a deep breath as you use those ghosts and really channel some of your own demonic energy into them and kind of become one with the ghosts to like really kind of imbue your essence into them. So
She said
really
the one thing us snipers hate is ghosts up the jacksie.
So exactly, exactly. That's what I learned. She hated stuff. She hated it. So yeah, exactly. So actually, it was Iryna who taught the lesson that ghosts counter sniper in that rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll again with 8 dice this time.
Bloody hell.
Yep, +2 on your previous roll. Yep.
Yep, that sounds better. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, if that doesn't help us break out, I don't know what will.
Yeah, you could slap it all on the objective, Mikey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. 2, 3, 4. This little tiny little thing. There you go. Right. There you go.
There's 3 sixes.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, great. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
look, it's Mr. 6 at it again.
So
Let's see your roll then, shall we?
that is just enough to complete the objective if that's what you want to do.
Well, you got a lot of damage first, surely. Because
yes, that's also true. Well, yes.
That's part of the.
Take so many injury.
So I also
Join
roll,
me.
So I also roll 8 dice because it's the sniper
Wait, what?
is 6
Heck,
plus
yeah.
the 2 other threats is +2, so I get 8.
What are the threats?
The other 2
we
infantry
know how
squads.
Ollie rolls.
I'm
as well.
nowhere near them. I'm
He rolls like
tower.
an absolute bastard.
I'm not engaged with the guys at the church. I'm well removed. This is a pure sniper Cosgrave interaction.
Okay, fine. So I'll take off that 2. I'll take off the 2.
Thank you.
It's just 6.
Thank you.
It's just a 3.
Cool.
2 sixes,
That's
but
great.
it doesn't matter.
That's fine. Cool. So I've got 2, 4, 6. I've got 7. So that's good. So 3 damage down. So 4 to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the balance, isn't it? What's clearing the snipers and what's clearing the.
So
I've got 4.
The snipers don't reinforce, and
Yes.
so you can get them down to
They
1
got
threat.
5. Yeah, I think I'm just. I know. Yeah, I know. We think we should do the objective, but if we're all getting killed, we can't do that. So I will bring down to 1 threat, but they're still doing 6 damage, right? With 1 sniper.
Yeah.
Oof. Hopefully someone else can finish them off. Yeah, I'll do that. So we need to finish for someone else. Nice. Enjoy that.
All right, cool. Who next? Try and rapid fire through this location in 6 minutes.
Yeah. Nicole is absolutely following Cosgrave in the kill the snipers mission, and what's the play?
What's the play?
I think I want to use cut down Lee Enfield rifle, which has a plus for close quarters, which to me says it's still shoot because we're still using a gun, but maybe not. Maybe
The
it's
descriptions are basically: are you doing it at a distance? Are you doing it close?
Yeah.
Not
I assume it
what
has
I'm
like a
using.
bayonet. I assume it has like a bayonet on it, or shot. I assume it can kind of be
Okay.
used. It's one of those, isn't it? I
We'll
feel
do it
like-
broadly because
It's
yeah,
it's a bit like getting blades in it. If you're using a pistol but you're in a fist fight, it's still a brawl.
yeah. And we are in a small room in an adjacent building that I've run up behind Cosgrave. All right.
So
So yeah, she's gonna rush through and try and just bayonet the last ones of them and lap up the streams of blood that.
Oh, love that.
Mikey,
Spraying out
what did you
with
roll for your roll? Sneak.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it was the sneak that let him get out the back of the church and sneak up on the snipers. So you might have to.
Sneak still
Okay.
fits, doesn't it? Sneak up, because you'd be sneaking up the tower to get to them as
That's
well.
true. And actually, I mean, if my overall objective here is to get in and kill some, that's kind of using you as a distraction. That could be
Yeah,
sneaky.
well, definitely. The ghosts for sure. The ghosts are all flying around, poking their heads through the walls, going boom.
trying to
all kinds of
shift
it.
them while they're
I want to stab a Nazi. Leave one for me.
Still
Well,
loads out the front.
I don't want to because. Oh no, that's not gonna work. 'Cause it's an advance. I don't have the advances yet. Ooh. Oh, I'll explain anyway. I'll explain later, but I'll still do that. I will do a sneak, which
You're sneaking.
3, and I'm using the Enfield rifle to do the resulting
Nice.
stab. So it's 5 overall.
Solid. Yeah, good thing you got a good sneak as well.
Oh, it's not so good as normal.
Not so good as normal. I'll do 6 back.
Jesus.
That is good. So
You could flashback.
it's one per. Is it one per character? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one per character per session.
Okay. How...
Same mission. roll 2d6.
Yeah, all right. It's late, isn't it? Yeah, same mission. I went through some smoke and bashed some. No, because I was giving you advice.
I was
on how
using
to
ghosts. Yeah, I was
use
using ghosts too.
different-
It's literally
So
the exact
there
same
was a
thing.
time during that
Isn't it?
where, like, I arrived through the cloud of ghosts and went, "Ha ha!" Stab. And it's just like that, you guys. So
Yeah,
same
yeah.
roll plus 2, right?
Yep.
Sneak. Oh, that's the wrong number.
Powerful, isn't it?
Oh!
I see.
Oh, it is.
Holy shit.
Alright, so 3.
That is
3
enough to finish
next.
off the snipers as well as defending.
Definitely.
We'll do the two damage to kill the last snipers from the 6.
Just 1 damage, wasn't it?
Is there only one left?
They've got like an armor of 2, so you need three successes to finish them off.
I put. What did I say? I thought I put all my stuff on there, didn't I?
You put 2 damage on them, so I think you must have done like 4 successes on them.
I had 7, and you rolled 3. I had 4.
Yeah, so it was the.
Oh, I
it's
put
always
4. I
an
put 4 on them. I put 4 on them total.
Yep.
Alright,
Bring them
so
down
to 1.
I need 3 to
So
finish
we're down to
them.
1.
Yep.
I need 3 to finish them. I wish to finish
Should be
them.
1. Should be
Right.
1 to finish them.
No, you need because of the armor of 2, so you need 3.
But I put 4 on them, and they had 3 health plus 2 armor, so it should be 5 minus 4.
Yeah, but the armor applies to every attack, not just.
Oh, the armor doesn't go away. Oh, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Right.
Armor
Sorry.
doesn't go away.
Sorry. That's powerful. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah, no, gotcha.
that's fine. Crit and 1 success to do the killing, and
Nice.
3 to do the defending.
Nice.
So yeah, I just Nicole just kind of leaps through the fog of ghosts. Just like another kebab so soon. We are truly blessed.
Astrid and Chuck. Fastest turns of all time, if you please. Because Alex took nearly all the time. we had
Astrid,
checks.
Astrid had hers.
I've got mine locked and loaded.
Right.
Locked in. Right. I'm going to use my spider scurry to retreat back into the... This is a brawl, by the way. I'm retreating back into the building, getting onto the ceiling, on the top of the building, and then I'm going to jump down at the Nazis in front of the church with my machete drawn,
Okay.
getting an extra dice for surprising them from attack from above. Right?
Okay.
You get a dice mechanically for flanking. I'm surprising them. Yeah, that work.
No.
No, why not?
You don't have your spider crawl isn't plus flanking.
Yeah, but if you flank someone, you can get a extra dice.
I don't think so.
I saw somewhere.
Only if you've got a
that
machine
was
gun.
a certain item.
It's just like the machine gun.
Yeah, if you flank the machine gun, you get the plus, and you can still use an ability on top of that. You can use both.
But
If
Laurie's
you've
not
got
got a, he's not got a
I'll just
machine gun.
charge out the door and be boring then and do.
But there he is.
More successes than many of us got.
That was meant to be 3. Oh, I need to re-roll that then. Or just take the first 3. I fucked up the roll.
The first 3, he's got 2 successes versus 2 successes.
How many? What's left on the objective tracker?
7.
One left, or we got 7 whole ones to do.
You've only got 1
Yeah.
pip. One pip on the
We've been
objective.
spending our actives and getting those snipers down.
Then, what's the threat?
It's two infantry squads, one at 6 threat, one at 5 threat.
Okay, I'm gonna kill him. Oh no, I stab one and drink one's blood. Fuck.
Okay, so you're taking the 2 damage back, the 2 injuries.
Yes.
Okay, so roll for your injury, and then we'll quickly go to Astrid.
Astrid went. I did the Terrify. I went second in that round.
Oh, yeah.
Got some blood.
Oh yeah, terrifying to compliance, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm now limping.
Oh,
Right.
twinsies.
Oh, we'll have to end it there. You managed to take out the sniper team, but you only just need to break through these squads with their machine guns targeting at the entrance, and now Chuck in the middle of them with his machete,
Nice.
very much in danger.
We got 2 flankers now. We got Cosgrave and Nicole
That's true.
ready to return fire from her.
Got a plan, and it involves bats.
Ooh,
All the best plans do.
All the bats to plans.
all the bats plans.
Go home.
That was a bat joke.
Right, nice. Well, all the trackers will save for next time. Yeah, no reinforcements to do. So, they will increase their threat by 1 because it's a new round.
They don't reinforce because none of them are down. The infantry.
No, but the
But they
threats
would've.
go up, so one's back to full health, one's higher than one's 7 threat now.
I
It's a
think
little scary.
I think for this
Close
game,
in.
the eternal rule that will flummox me is like the difference between threat and attack and the different things. I think I can keep it straight in my head. It's
all right. Only I have to get it straight in my head.
yeah,
That's fine.
exactly. Totally keep trying it. It's fun, isn't it? It feels very
It's
fast
a
paced and
lot
like
of fun.
fucking just go.
Yeah, I
And it
wonder.
feels
I wonder if you'll
very
do
good
as
time.
many locations in the next sector. You'll be like, okay, let's not just let's stop taking injuries and try and
guess
finish the mission.
The trouble is, and hear me out if this is a really problem or not, it's fun.
Yeah.
And so...
Don't
so-
make it out like
and so-
I don't want you to have fun.
No. I'm just saying, we have to complete the objective, but there's not a desire for me to beeline it to the objective, because all these cool scenarios.
Yeah.
Probably not going to want to try and complete them all, but like...
It will not make sense.
I'm
And when you're like,
I'm a completionist. I want to complete
I
Paris.
want the 100%, I want the platinum trophy. But yeah, when you say like, oh yeah, you can put the points objective, I'm like, well, that doesn't sound very fun. I want to actually kill a lot of them and just tick off the objective, just kind of like whittle it down.
I feel like this one is at risk of getting on top of us already. So I think our desire to complete the objective as a priority once we start finding something other than regular troopers will probably increase.
I want to climb to the
But
top
cool
of
loot.
every church tower so
Yes,
I can get
it's
that
one level
viewpoint
off.
unlocked.
Yep.
Do the
That'd be good.
360.
Oh yeah,
Do the leap of faith
Yeah, you've done that already. You've done the leap of faith into the.
into the Nazi gang.
You already got the full view.
The machete's not in my inventory, but it does say you can just like fluff up something, but then don't get any like extra roll for it.
I won't go around fluffing people up for you.
I think it's a testament to the game though that we're like, no, I just want to do all the side quests.
Yeah, I guess I couldn't get my head around like, will they just go straight to the end, or how many will they do? Is it one or none, or is it a few? Or...
Something sits in my head of like, you feel like it's going to get progressively more difficult. So there's an element of, maybe not statistically, but certainly in these easier ones, you assume, getting our bearing on how to use our abilities and stuff. It feels like quite a nice use we've done today of just hitting a few.
Bit of grinding going on, bit of grinding for blood and things.
But then,
I needed to get some blood. Got some blood now. Might get killed, but I got some blood.
Yeah, that's probably Vampire Commando 101. Drop in, get some blood.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For later.
The system seems to want you to use your items quite quickly as well.
Yes.
Mine are burning out, which is exciting, but I wonder how easily you'll be able to get cool items. Is the difference like?
Yeah, Sector 2 is full of a lot of cooler items. So.
Cool. That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to, for example, the what's it called, the German Technology Pavilion, then you may find some pretty cool stuff there.
Well, we'll be going there.
Yes, we'll go there next time. All right, guys.
It's so different.
Well, thanks, Ollie. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, okay.
Great first session.
Nice.
Right, thank you, mate.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.
GG.
Good night. Goodbye.
Good night.